Good morning, children. Welcome back to my English class. Today we'll be doing the second lesson from your English course book, My Early Days with the Chimpanzees. So kindly open your English course books. So before we start the lesson, let's do a starter exercise. This is regarding the introduction and the theme of the lesson about chimpanzees and their nature and habits. Okay. Can you tell me what are the different kinds of apes, children? Yes? Yes. The different kinds of apes are gorilla, orangutan, chimpanzees, and etc. Okay. Now, let us learn in detail about chimpanzees. Let me test you how much do you know about chimpanzees. Okay. See, if you know the answer, you say true and false. Okay, state whether the following statements are true or false. The first one, chimpanzees are called the great apes along with orangutans and gorillas. Is it true? Yes, the answer is true. Second one, while chimpanzees live in Asia, Africa and Australia. Is it true? No, it is false. Third one, chimpanzees are strictly herbivorous animals. No, children, it is false. They are even carnivores also. What is herbivore? Herbivorous means plant eating animals. Carnivorous means what? Flesh eating animals. So, chimpanzees are carnivores also. Next, just like we human beings can use tools, chimpanzees can use tools as well. For example, they can crack a nut with rocks. Is it true? Yes, it is true. After human beings, chimpanzees are considered to be the most intelligent animals on this planet. Yes, it's true. Sixth one, chimpanzees population is steadily growing now. No, it's false. Baby chimpanzees cling to their mother's belly for the first few months after their birth. Yes, it's true. Chimpanzees are called knuckle walkers. Yes, it's true. A full grown chimpanzee can be 5 to 6 times stronger than a human being. Yes, of course, it's true. They are very strong. Chimpanzees can never walk up straight. No, it's false. Okay? I think now you got enough knowledge about the chimpanzees. Okay? Now, let us begin the lesson. This learn is, in this lesson, we are going to learn about chimpanzees. So, this is an autobiography of Jane Goodall. Okay? Jane Goodall, what did she do? She spent more than 55 years observing wild chimpanzees in the Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania. So this lesson is written by Jane Goodall. Goodall is the author of this lesson. So this is an autobiography account of Jane Goodall. Okay. So what did she write? What did she do? She spent more than 55 years observing the chimpanzees, which place in the Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania. Okay, now let us read an excerpt from her autobiographical writing. Okay, wherever it is I means who? It is Jane Goodall. Okay, July 16th, 1960 was the day I shall remember of all my life. It was when I first set foot on the shingle and the sand beach of Chimpanzees Land, that is the Gombe National Park. I was 26 years old. Mom and I were greeted by 2 African game scouts who were responsible for protecting the 30 square miles of the park. They helped us find a place where we could put up our old ex-army tent. We chose a lovely spot under some trees near the small, fast-flowing Kakombe stream. So, what was the day? It was July 16, 1960. On this day, what did Jane Goodall do? She first set foot on the shingle and the sand beach of Chimpanzees Land. What was the name of the land? It is the Gombe National Park. How old was she? She was 26 years old. Who was there along with her? It was her mom. Mom and I, they were greeted by two African game scouts. And what was they responsible for protecting the 30 square miles of the park? So they helped us to find a place, and afterwards what did they do? They chose a lovely spot. What was the lovely spot? It was under the small trees near the small fast flowing Kakumbe stream. And what did they do? Every morning I got up when I heard the alarm clock at 5:30. I ate a couple of slices of bread and had a cup of coffee from the flask. Then I set off climbing to where I thought the chimpanzees might be. Have you ever seen a chimpanzee, children? See, this is a chimpanzee. Is that clear? Okay. So, what did they discover? They discovered that this high place, I had a splendid view in all the directions. What could she see? I could see chimps moving in the trees, and I could hear if they called. Can you see the? These are the pics of chimpanzees. Okay. What are the different kinds of apes, children? See, the different kinds of apes are gorilla. This is the picture of a gorilla. Next, orangutan. This is orangutans. Orangutan. And these are chimpanzees. Okay, so at first I watched far through my binoculars and never tried to get close. I knew that if I did, the chimps would run away silently. So gradually I began to learn about the chimps' home and how they lived. So what did Jane Goodall started doing? She went over there. She discovered from that place she had a very good view in all the directions, and she could see the chimpanzees moving in the trees. Okay, at first what did she do? She saw it through her binoculars and she never tried to go close to them. And why didn't she go? Because she knew that the chimpanzees would run away silently. And gradually she began to learn about chimpanzees' home and how they lived. And what did she discover? She discovered that most of the time the chimpanzees wandered about in small groups of 6 or less, not in a big troop like the baboons. Is that clear? Often a little group was made up of a mother with her children, or 2 or 3 adults male by themselves. Sometimes many groups joined together, especially when there was delicious ripe fruit on one big tree. When the chimpanzees got together like that, they were very excited, made a lot of noise, and were very easy to find out. Eventually, I realized that the chimpanzees watched from the park were all part of one group, that is one community. There were about 50 chimpanzees belonging to this community. So totally how many were there? There were about 50 chimpanzees belonging to one community. See, can you see the chimpanzees, children? See how are they with their children? Can you see the babies? From the peak, Jane Goodall, what did she do? She noted which trees the chimps were feeding in, and then when they had gone, what did she do? She scrambled down. Scrambled in the sense what? She moved in a hurry to or from a particular place or a position. And what did she do? She collected some leaves, flowers or fruits so that they could be identified later. And after that, she found that the chimpanzees ate mostly fruits, but also a good many kinds of leaves, blossoms, seeds, and stems. See the chimpanzees with their children here. See how this chimpanzee is looking at you. See, it's staring at you, children. All the fifth standard children, be careful. This chimpanzee might come and attack you all. Be careful. See, what does they eat? What do they eat? They eat fruits. Isn't it mouth-watering, children? You see papaya, you see pomegranate, you see a pineapple, then you see cherries, you see grapes, you see mangoes, you see oranges, apricots, all the, here you can see watermelon. So different kinds of fruits are there. All these fruits, who eats this? The chimpanzees eats all these kinds of fruits. See, chimpanzees eat mostly fruits. Bananas, watermelons, apples, oranges, pomegranates. See, all different kinds of fruits are there. And what do they eat? They also eat leaves. Okay? They mostly eat fruits, but also good many kinds of leaves also is eaten by the chimpanzees. See, these are the leaves eaten by the chimpanzees. Leaves. And apart from leaves, what do they eat? They eat even blossoms. What do you mean by the word blossoms? See, these are blossoms. How beautiful they are. Isn't they beautiful, children? These are all blossoms. And they also eat seeds and stems. Seeds you very well know, na? Stems also you know. Later, she discovered that they also eat a variety of insects and sometimes hunt and kill prey animals to feed on meat. During those months of gradual discovery, the chimpanzees were very slowly began to realize that it was not so frightening after all. So even so, it was almost a year before she could approach them within 100 yards, and that is not really very close. As time went by, I began to learn more about the other creatures that shared the forest with the chimpanzees. There were 4 kinds of monkeys, in addition to the baboons, and many smaller animals such as squirrels and mongoose. Squirrels, you see so many squirrels in our colony. Mongoose also, you find so many mongoose moving around in the colony. There was also a whole variety of nocturnal creatures. What do you mean by nocturnal creatures, children? Nocturnal creatures, what is it? That is like porcupines and the civets. What is a porcupine? Porcupine is a large rat-like animal with spikes on their body and tail. And what are civets? Civets are cat-like animals with spotted fur. See, this is a porcupine. So porcupines and civets and all manners of rats and mice. Only a few animals in the forest at the Gombe were potentially dangerous, mainly buffalo and leopards. See, this is your porcupine. And this is your civets. See, it is exactly like a cat. It is a animal looking like a cat with spotted fur. Can you see the fur? See how many spots it is having on its body. I'll show you another pic of this. Okay, and afterwards, once when Jan when she arrived on the park in the early morning, before it was properly light, what did she see? She saw a dark shape of a large animal looming in front of her. Then she stood quiet there. Then her heart began to beat fast. For what did she realize? She realized that it was a buffalo. And many hunters fear buffalo more than lions or elephants. By a lucky chance, the wind was blowing from him to Jane, so she couldn't smell. He was peacefully gazing in the opposite direction and chewing his cud. He hadn't heard his approach, and Jane was always trying to move as quietly into the bush. Though she was only 10 yards from him, he had no idea that Jane was there, and very slowly she again retreated. Another time, when she was sitting in the park, what did she hear? A strange sound, and she looked here and there. About 15 yards away, there was a leopard approaching. Okay, then what could she see? She saw a black and white tip of its tail above the grass. It was walking along the little trial that led directly where she was sitting. Leopards are not usually dangerous unless they have been wounded. Very silently, Jane moved away and looked for the chimpanzees in another valley. And afterwards, she went back to the peak. The peak began to feel like home. She carried little tin trunk up there. And what did she keep? She kept a kettle, some sugar and coffee, and a tin mug. Then, when she got tired from the long trek to another valley, she could make a drink in the middle of the day. She kept a blanket there with the chimpanzee slept near the peak. She slept there so that what could be then? She could be close in the morning. She loved up to be there at night, especially when there was a moon. She heard the coughing grunt of the leopard, and she just prayed and pulled the blanket over her head. Now, chimpanzees sleep all night just as we do. Like how we sleep throughout the night, in the same manner, chimpanzees also sleep all night. From the peak, she watched how they made their nest or beds. First, the chimpanzee bent a branch down from some solid foundation, such as a fork or two parallel branches. Holding in its place with its feet, then she bent another over it. Okay. Then she folded the end of the first branch back over the second one, and so on. Okay, so he often ended up picking lots of small, soft, leafy twigs to make a pillow. Now, chimpanzees like their comfort. What did she heard? She learned over the years that infants sleep in their nest with their mothers until they are about 5 years old, or until the next baby is born and the older child has to make its own bed. Okay, how they sleep with their mothers. See. Okay, the infants sleep in their nest with their mothers till they are about 5 years old. Can you see the infants staying with their mother here? Okay, so, and she never returned to the camp before sunset. But even when she slept on the peak, she first went down to have supper with her mother. Supper means what? Dinner. And tell her what she had seen on that day. And she would tell that what she had been doing. So her mother set up a clinic. She handed out medicine to any of the locals, mostly the fishermen who were sick. So whoever were sick in the fishermen, her mother, she set up a clinic and she would give out the medicines. Once she cured the old man who was very ill indeed. Word about this cure spread far and wide, and sometimes patients would walk for miles to get the treatment. So when they came to know that Jane's mother put up a clinic and she would give medicines, so people from all over, the patients, they would walk for miles together to get the treatment. And her mom's clinic was very good. It meant that the local people realized that what they wanted to help. Then again, her mother, She went back to England and after 4 months to manage things at home. And of course, Jane missed her after she had gone, but she didn't have time to be lonely. There was so much of work to do. So, this is the story about, not a story, but it is an autobiography writing of Jane Goodall. Okay, so Jane carried research. How many days it took for her? Though it took 1 year to get within 100 yards of a chimpanzee, she never went back to the camp before the sunset. She sat there and she was doing her research. Is that clear, children? So this is an excerpt from My Life with the Chimpanzees, written by Jane Goodall.